Welcome to the Effects Loop. I'm Diaz,
I'm Chris.
I'm Marissa.
I'm Scott.
and we're keeping you in the loop for the guitar community.
We are strong. We have to just keep pushing along. We are one.
All right, this episode is brought to you by us, in our Threadless store. So go check it out. We haven't plugged it in a while, so it's about time for some
This is true.
shameless plugging. Go buy a shirt.
I think that we have long sleeve shirts. I don't remember if there's hoodies, and we're getting into that cold time of the year for us Northern Hemisphere people.
Yeah, and
So,
also your grandmother would look great in a hoodie, and she wants to be warm too. So send her
Yeah.
one.
So buy your whole family a set of matching Effects Loop merchandise.
And
Hang
for
on,
that,
do they make onesies?
dude,
not
if they
on
did, I
that
totally would
store.
record an episode in a onesie.
I was gonna say I can make us another store on another site, and I think they have onesies. And we can have socks and stuff like that too.
Opening
Do
up
it.
presents on Christmas morning in the Effects Loop onesie. And for your crazy uncle Rob, you can always get him the Effects Loop shower curtain, because we all know he
Oh, and
likes
for
to
your
dance and
aunt
sing.
that likes throw pillows, there's throw pillows on there too.
Nothing says a classy living room brought together by the Effects Loop throw pillows. Oh my gosh! All right, let's talk.
So
about...
yeah, check the link in the show description.
Oh,
yeah.
that's where you can find it. Chris, make sure it's in there, or whoever's editing. But all right, is it okay to move on now, Scott?
Maybe.
All right, we're gonna vote on this. Okay, all in favor, raise your left hand. Scott, that's your right. Pick the other one. I said
I'm amazed that I just flipped off my computer with my right hand.
Oh no.
Wow.
Oh, I'm dying over here. All right, so Chris, what's new with you, buddy?
I didn't get anything again, did I?
The
Nope.
streak continues.
Yeah.
The
I keep
dry
needing to
spell.
get like new headphones though, because the ones I have are kind of not really crapping out, but like I'm tired of replacing the foam every like 2 months. So
What are you
kind of
doing with
headphones
your
do you have?
headphones?
I'm literally using them like almost every day, not just on like Sundays.
Oh, are these your IEMs?
Yeah.
What foam are you using?
The the little foam tips that you buy for like your Shures and
Comply?
yeah,
I've been hearing those wear out.
they do a lot. And they'll get like really stiff too, and like somewhat stop working and stop holding into your ears. So I'm hoping I can take advantage of our little deal thing with
Me?
Me Audio
Yeah.
and get the custom molds done since they have them, so it'll actually fit better.
I love custom molds. I've got 64 ears or audio, or I forgot. I got them back when they were 1964 ears, and those are great too. But I've still got the Mii's. I use those around the house and like on the daily basis thing.
You guys just reminded me that I got a delivery today of headphones.
Oh,
Ooh.
so I'm guessing if Chris got nothing new, Marissa, did you get anything new?
Well, as of when the episode goes up, Chris and I's anniversary will be
Yeah.
happening.
Wait, your what?
Anniversary.
Oh, I didn't. I was like, I thought you said anniversary, but I didn't want to like guess it wrong.
What are words?
I don't know why.
Words.
I don't know why I would get in trouble. Like if I didn't know your anniversary. How dare you?
Gosh.
How dare you not know when it is?
Yes, you didn't get them
Disrespectful.
anything?
It's in the it probably got lost in the mail. I used UPS and that happens. So
Mm.
as I tick off 1/3 of the shipping nation.
Remember when DHL was a thing?
DHL still is a thing, isn't it? But they do a lot of international stuff, don't they?
Yeah, they're mostly in Europe.
Yeah, so don't be knocking on DHL.
I just remember, like, back in the early days of Apple, they shipped everything DHL.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think the problem is the colors don't stand up. That yellow and like red just doesn't work anymore. It reminds me of McDonald's.
And you hate McDonald's?
Well, it's like
You
I
have
work
to?
at Burger King. The line in the sand has been drawn. So Scott, since you were telling us, what did you get? What headphones did you get?
So I bought a bunch of KZ, whatever those are called, ZSTs.
Yeah, no, my son has
those are what
those.
I'm using right now.
I found a deal for them for $12 a pair.
Hot dang.
But they took like 4 weeks to ship. So, but yeah, I'm just like tired of people complaining at church. So I just bought like 3 pairs, and I'm just going to keep them in my bag when people need another pair. Yeah, I guess the what's new for me is I shot a photo of it in the group. I got a few Shure microphones in to play with.
Oh yeah, from the guy from Shure.
Yeah. I don't really feel like telling that whole story yet because it's not done yet. But
oh no.
Anyway, yeah, I got a guy at Shure now who's letting me try out some stuff. So it's kind of fun to have professional relationships like that.
Scott's gonna be like, how much are you paying for your microphones? Oh man, you gotta talk to my Shure guy. Hold on, one second. It's gonna be like the Creed brat out in them. How much are you paying for worms? Oh no, let me get you the number to my worm guy.
Oh, I mean, I had a Shure guy before, but he didn't let me like borrow stuff for a while. So this new Shure guy's pretty cool. So there's that, and then I got another one of my pick cards for my Titan.
What are you up to, like 12 now? 13?
No, I only have 3 wired right now.
You know,
and I'm still waiting on 2 of them to come.
Douglas. If you're listening,
he's not listening.
What if you got like tagged in like 3 groups? It's just like Doug, capital letters. I'm always listening. I would be. That would make me the happiest person in the world. Oh wait, were you done?
Yeah, that was me. I was done.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was like,
so Diaz, what's new with you?
Oh, well, since you asked, I not a whole lot. I got a shelf for my pedals. I feel really bad because I think I might have worded it. I didn't word it like I bought them. I just said I'm working on shelves, which means like I'm working on getting them put up. And Leon from Pelican Noiseworks was like, he's also a woodworker, and I was just like, totally, I couldn't like say I'm not. No. I got these at Hobby Lobby. it was on sale. But
was there anything special about those? Like, because I know
they
we
were on sale.
Well, because you and I were looking at those IKEA ones.
Well, the thing with IKEA ones, and this is why I haven't bought them. So the IKEA ones aren't super expensive, but they are pretty decently priced. They were like like $15-$20 a shelf? Or was it 10 or 12
bucks a shelf?
That ballpark.
Oh.
So
yeah,
you just found something that was like they're paying you to take it.
No. Well, this was so Hobby Lobby. This one was $9 on sale, and I didn't have to pay for shipping and wait for it to be shipped because I don't have an IKEA near me.
Yeah, so, that's the reason I don't have one. I don't want to drive out to the suburbs to go to an IKEA.
And their shipping is
$15 shelf.
Their shipping's kind of crazy too.
It's like, expensive.
It was like $10 or $15 to ship it, and I'm just like,
I mean, it's a big thing.
Well, yeah, like that's not like I understand where it is, but I wasn't paying for it. But yeah, no, that was pretty much it this week, I think.
Nice.
Oh, I got some more CDs at the thrift shop. I was really upset because I got a Nora Jones CD.
Ooh, which one?
I don't know. I just saw it was Nora Jones, and I've never bought one of her CDs, and I was like, I'm gonna start listening to some Nora Jones and be really cool.
Her first 2 CDs are seriously some of the best stuff in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I need to put it in. And then I also had the Ataris. So I picked the Ataris up. I don't know, I've never listened to them either, so I was like kind of trying new music.
What was their song? They were kind of a one-hit wonder.
Yeah. They weren't Flavor of the Week, were they? Who was Flavor of the Week? She's just the flavor of the week. Her boyfriend.
Flavor of the Week was American Hi-Fi.
American Hi-Fi, that's what it was.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, that was actually a really catchy song. I liked it.
Wait, did Chris never heard American Hi-Fi? They had a couple singles.
No.
Swing Swing.
What?
Wasn't Swing Swing?
No, that's All American Rejects.
Yeah, it's All American Rejects.
See, American Hi-Fi was like a one-hit wonder, but everyone mixed up. I always blended the All American Rejects, American Hi-Fi, and the Ataris together for some reason. But I got that, and then I picked up I think it was supposed to be a not Third Eye Blind. Oh my gosh. No.
3 Days Grace?
No, it doesn't. Dang it, now I can't think of it. Bare Naked Ladies. It was a Bare Naked Ladies CD, and I looked in it, and the CD didn't have anything written on it. It just had a design. It was kind of a weird design. I was like, oh, okay. Well, it's probably the CD. It wasn't. It was like a country CD.
Oh my gosh.
So I listened to that one time, and I was like, nah. I was like, I got my dollar's worth.
Oh goodness.
But I think that's all that's new with me. But that'll move us on into what's going on in the news.
Not editing that out.
Can you at least put the good music?
Nope.
Just save that and play that before every time.
Yeah, there we go.
So our first thing in gear news is actually really cool. I was kind of excited. Lambertones, who sponsored us, I've got their Crema pickups, just released the Crema pickups for Jazzmasters. So I'm guessing it's just in a Jazzmaster size pickup. Yep. So same thing as what I've got, just in a different covering and size.
So it's that PAF style humbucker,
which is awesome because they sound great. Like, I love them.
Mm-hmm.
But I am getting something pretty cool this week in the next week or so from my SG. I'm so excited. Teasing. Go ahead, Scott. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, a lot of people get into Jazzmasters because they like the shape and like the playability, but they just don't wind up vibing with the way a Jazzmaster pickup sounds. It's a very specific thing. So for people who have one of those that is looking for something more like a humbucker, I think this is frankly, this is one of the better options I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
How far off are like the soap bar pickups from like P90s?
From what I understand, people are always like, they're totally different because people want to just call them P90s, and
I also feel like people say they're basically like almost the same.
No.
Okay.
Oh, tell us about it, Scott.
Well, so a Jazzmaster pickup is really actually thin when you look at them. So they're really wide, but they're only about a 1/4 inch thick or so. Whereas like a Strat pickup is about a 1/2 inch thick if you're thinking about it, like. So there's a lot more. It's a longer coil wind and longer pull pieces, so it creates a very different magnetic field and winds up having a very different sound.
So I'm guessing the reason why we probably think they're so big is when you look at a Jazzmaster, it normally looks like I guess it's almost pretty much all the way up to the top of the pickguard, where when you think of like humbuckers and single coils, they're kind of like down below the pickguard some. Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, like almost the entire pickup is out of the pickguard at that point.
See, so that's probably why everyone thinks they're a lot thicker, is because they're used to a humbucker or a single coil being halfway out.
Yeah, and the other reality is a lot of the sort of the modern offset guitars, people have been throwing P90s in them. So like Fano or like a few of those kind of designs, those are P90 or humbucker pickups in those. And so I think a lot of people have just mistaken them because they are similar sizes when you look at them. But once you actually like look at the raw pickup, and a P90 is so different in terms of just how it's constructed from like a pole piece pickup, like a Fender style thing. Because a P90 is a bar pickup. It's not even like the individual pole pieces, the cylinders that like you see in like a Strat pickup or like a Jazzmaster pickup.
So we just can think of it like that because of the way the pickup is cut, like the plastic.
Oh, they also call them soap bar pickups, and P90s get called soap bar pickups sometimes too. I think is where some of the confusion comes in.
Yeah, it's possible. They just what's kind of fun is if you really want to, you could probably throw a P90 into any offset guitar because the way P90s mount, they just mount right into the body, right? But the whole mounting system is so different, and yeah. Anyway.
All right, we're being really knowledgeable here, and I think we need to cut it out.
Yeah, considering we got another 7 things to talk about.
This isn't our normal stuff, so.
No, so congrats to Lambertones for, it seems like a lot of stir around that as well, so.
Yep.
I didn't see this coming, to be honest with you.
You didn't?
Yes, we're still waiting on the P90s.
I thought
I got 2 guitars that need P90s right now.
I need Firebird pickups.
Oh, like a mini humbucker?
Yeah. Not like a mini humbucker.
But actual mini humbucker.
Mini humbuckers.
So a hot rail.
Hot rails. Yeah. You know what? Just give me the David Gilmour EMG Strats. Good.
There you go.
All right, Nanolog Audio Carbon Series. So, Scott, why don't you tell us about this because you seem to be knowledgeable.
So, Nanolog last year kind of jumped onto the scene with they're creating a new type of transistor or semiconductor using carbon nano technology or carbon nanotubes, I think. All in all, it's basically saying they've created a new type of electrical component to use instead of diodes for clipping. And so they had what was it called? The Wave Function, I think was their first release, which had a bunch of different types of like overdrive or like a tube screamer circuit using their component instead. Now this series is they have a fuzz, a distortion, and an overdrive circuit with various sort of clipping options where they are available as individual pedals now instead of just one big expensive pedal.
It doesn't even look like they're doing the big pedal anymore from their site.
Yeah, it looks like it stopped. It was just too expensive to get it in people's hands. But I know like Ryan Burke is sort of the one who exposed us to this because he sat next to the guy on a plane somewhere. Mm-hmm. So like just one of those kind of crazy chance things. And because of that, he got to try that pedal and it sounds really good, and I think he's still using it quite frequently. So these are great circuits. The fuzz is based off of a muff circuit, I believe. The overdrive has a tube screamer inspiration, and I'm trying to remember who did they quote the distortion was emulating. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Rat or a DS1 type of circuit, but they don't make any claims to that. But yeah, check them out. Unfortunately, they don't have demos out yet, so I'm hoping they will bring one out soon.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Let's keep moving because we've got a million of these to do. J-Rocket's Monkey Man. So this pedal, J-Rocket makes some really good stuff. Their Archer is really popular. And this looks to be a Fender, oh my gosh, I'm blanking. Fender Tweed.
Yep.
Stop. That's what I was looking
for. That's a deluxe.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. But it's got a built-in spring reverb. The thing that gets me and has just distracted me ever since Scott brought it up, number one, they support Evolution. So that's kind of crazy. Okay, you know what? I just want to say that because I want to say something. Michael Newman, dude, you should have kept me help me. Don't sit there and call me out on trolling. And then second of all, what the frick is a speed switch? Scott was like, I don't know what a speed switch is. So they've got one speed switch, $9.99. Additional to the $199.99 price tag. Two speed switch, $19.98. Three speed switch, $29.97.
Up to 10.
Up to 10.
Speed switches?
$99.90. What is that? What is it?
I thought it was speed knobs for a second there, but then why would you buy 10 for a 3-knobbed pedal?
But here's, what are they adding? Is it going to come with like 10 different switches on it?
Oh, hold on. It's under their accessories. I'm pulling it up real quick.
Oh,
Maybe.
no.
Ooh,
It is.
look at that. Us doing research.
They do not have a picture.
They don't
Oh,
even
no,
say-
the picture is like a traditional foot switch.
What?
Oh, it's not loading on my. Oh, there it goes.
Oh,
there
easy,
it is.
quick and easy replacement for the foot switch for on-the-fly repairs. So I guess it's a
What?
way of swapping
Buying-
out the. Oh, I see what it is. Yep. So instead of the foot switch soldering into the cabling, they have a quick disconnect on it. So
You can replace it. Like, why do you need to buy 10 of them?
Yeah, is there stuff breaking that much that we don't know
Yeah.
about?
That's a
I
good
mean, like,
question.
I hate to say that, like,
mhm.
on
What?
like on air, like in a podcast, but
No. Here's the
Uh,
thing. What if you like call them and you're like, hey, this foot switch broke, and they're like, should have bought the speed switch. Like,
But
imagine
they
if
sell
that
them
was-
on their own, so I mean, you can still do it.
you know what? I don't really care for that. That kind of ticks me off with companies that do that. I dealt with that with Eventide. The little plastic knob is like $6 to replace. And I understand that like the stuff's not free for them, but Dan Electro, I sent them an email and was like, hey, do you guys have any like knobs? Where can I buy the knobs for the food series? And they're like, how many do you need? I was like, 6. And they just said, all right, we'll send it out. What's your address? Like stuff like that kind of impresses me with some of these companies. And the fact that like some of these places want to charge for something that, I don't know. I understand, especially like if it's just a part and you're not having to pay a bench fee, because most repairs you're paying a bench fee. You're paying for the labor for the most part, you know? Like the fact that they're taking it and repairing it.
Mm-hmm.
And usually it's whenever it's like a customer's error. Like you plug in the wrong power supply and you send it in, they replace, half the time they just fix it and send it back and you just pay shipping. But it's like, I couldn't imagine them being like, nah, it's $10 for a new switch.
I mean, shoot, how much would Alchemy? So, like, I think of companies like Alchemy Audio and a few of those kind of groups that do pedal repair on a
Mhm.
mail-in basis, and I guarantee you a pedal, like swapping a switch, costs more than $10.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. But a switch? Like a foot switch?
Yeah,
Most
I mean,
of
they
it's-
go out. I mean, it's a common part that does go out, or frankly, like it has a very inconsistent lifespan. You have some that will last 40 years, and you have some that like just die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
But at the same time, when I look at them, I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll just replace it because I'm handy enough with a soldering iron that I don't really need this. But I understand there are people in the world who would want something like that, especially like a touring musician. Say you did your whole line with these pedals, and you just had 5 or 6 of them sitting in your drawer of parts, and so like one goes down, you know, the next night you're up and running. No soldering iron, you just unscrew the thing and slap the new one in. So I get it. It's just, why would I need to buy 10 with a pedal?
I don't know.
Or why would you even have that on the page with your pedal?
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, getting back to what the pedal does. This was interesting to me, at least, that they have a reverb and then they have a speaker breakup instead of an overdrive or a gain knob. Did that stick out to you guys too?
I mean, I get what they're going for, so it's not too out there, I guess.
Jesus, they charge $17 for a pair of socks.
Wait, they have socks and we don't?
Yeah. What the
We're
heck?
slacking, guys.
Blackout iPhone case, $15.50.
All right, anyway.
I'm sorry. I'm distracted. But $17 for socks? Come on, guys. All right,
Continue.
back to what the pedal does.
I think we're through the pedal.
For socks?
Fine, we'll go back to the socks then.
Let's talk about the socks. All right, sorry. So yeah, go check it out.
I'm really hoping someone buys you a pair of these socks for your Christmas.
Dude, that'd be awesome. But I'd just be walking around. I'll be like, "Hey guys, $17 pair of socks. What's up?" I'll be at Summer NAMM next year. Be like, "Hey guys, that's cool and all. $17 pair of socks right here." If J Rocket's there, I'm gonna be like, "Hey guys, what's up? Check out the socks." All right, so Morley is coming out with a 50th anniversary Chrome pedal bundle. Oh my gosh. So if you haven't seen it before, Morley used to do the Chrome volume pedal. I don't know if the other stuff came in Chrome.
Yeah, I got a 70s Chrome wah.
They've been out since 1968.
Yeah.
Dang. That's
they were
50
early
years
to the
ago
market,
for all of
man.
you math geniuses. I watched Good Will Hunting last night, so I'm on my A game.
It's not your fault.
Who's honking a horn?
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Don't do that, man.
It's not your fault, Diaz.
Don't do that. Not
Diaz,
not you, Scott.
It's not your fault.
Not you, Scott.
It's not your fault.
So which one of these stuck out more to you guys? The fact that it's a Chrome wah or the fact that they're throwing in a Chrome ABY switch
So the Chrome wah
for this?
is, I mean, I've seen one of these in Guitar Center in the used section. So first off,
They're not
you
that
know,
great.
they're not, and I feel like they're just trailing off of the Boss bundle, the Boss 50th anniversary bundle. Was it 50 or 40?
40?
40?
I think it was 40. Yeah, it was 40. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't know a lot of people who are like big Morley like connoisseurs, you know?
I guess I kind of would probably have like a little bit of like more of a cult following for some reason. Like they have signature wahs. I don't know who, because I know the Metallica guy is a Dunlop guy, and that's like the guy to go to for wahs.
You know who I think of for a Morley wah?
Who?
Mark Tremonti.
Mark Tremonti, yeah, I was about to, and Steve Vai did the Bad Horsey. I had the Bad Horsey too, and I loved that wah. Loved it. It was great. I saw one on my local Craigslist. I saw a Bad Horsey, the V1, for like $65, and I stopped myself from buying it. See, but I always used wah like in a crazy way. Like I always did like the stomp down, and with the spring loaded action, it was awesome.
Yeah, wasn't this one of the first ones where like it would turn off the minute your foot's off it?
Yep.
Yeah. Instead of like the clicking action you have to do on a Crybaby.
Yeah, that. So I went from I've always owned wah pedals. I love wah pedals. My first wah pedal was a Dunlop Crybaby Classic, and then I didn't like it. I did the thing where I shaved the rubber pieces down. I watched a video about Kirk Hammett said that I always had problems pushing it, and so I shaved it down and I liked it and it was fine. And then I went and I forgot what happened to it. I think I sold it to someone, and I went to Guitar Center and they put a Bad Horsey 2 up where the Bad Horsey 1 was supposed to go. So I got a Bad Horsey 2 for the price of a Bad Horsey 1. It's probably like a $40 price difference. So I got that, and I had that one for a really, really long time. and then I moved back to Crybabies.
I've never been able to bond with a wah. Just never really liked it that much.
I do. One of my favorite things to do with WAs, especially in church, is because it's just a filter sweep.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to go really low, like getting that really like thick sound, and I do kind of a like synth to it. So I've done that, and I'll do it where I do more like percussive playing. Like I'll mute the strings and I'll kind of do like a slap feel to it, and I really get to add some cool sounds that way. That and delay, oh, it sounds really cool.
So, going back to this Morley grouping pedal limited edition box thing. Naturally, we compare this to what Boss released about a year and a half ago.
Yep.
For their 40th. Do you feel like Morley has this iconic design?
No.
Or like cult following?
Nope, not at all.
Well,
I mean,
maybe for like their switches, yes, but
yeah, Morley is like
somebody says like,
VABY.
"Oh, I need an AB switch," and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, just go to Guitar Center and buy the $15-$20 Morley AB. Call it a day. If it breaks, go get a new one."
Is it really
Like,
that
that
cheap?
might be it. Maybe. I don't remember paying too much for my.
Well, so that one's pretty. The ABY is pretty popular, and then like, I wouldn't say it's iconic though. It's just a standard, but I wouldn't like. It's not like someone's getting a tattoo of it.
Yeah,
it's not like
they're
a.
like $62 new.
Well, that's like what's the other real popular? Isn't it like Electro-Harmonix has the Switchblade? Isn't
Yeah, that
pretty
one's definitely like 30 last
Yeah.
I looked.
That one's pretty popular too. That's pretty much an ABY, isn't it? Or is it a channel switcher?
It's either an AB or an ABY.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Hmm.
I don't think there's enough people out there who are jonesing over Morley. Like it. I mean, you see people get Boss tattoos. People get like other crazy stuff going on. People who wear like Ibanez stuff all the time. You got all of these like iconic brands that are just like Fender. I mean, look how many people get like the Fender headstock tattoo or
Yeah.
a Gibson headstock tattoo. No
So
one's
I'm
out
thinking
there
this
getting.
might be more of like cult following kind of deal.
I don't even think there's a cult following. I don't see people like freaking out over Morley. I don't think there's a Morley like group.
I don't know. We should go check Pedal Boards of Doom and see which they prefer. If they prefer Crybabies or Morley Wahs, and then we'll find out. That'll be our market research for the group tomorrow.
All right.
This is hard hitting stuff, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have a Morley obsession, share it in our group or send us an email. That way we can avoid you because you're probably a psychopath. Like I think maybe only people who like watch Dexter the whole series 5 times and play Morley pedals. Does Morley have
That's
an
a little
overdrive?
rough. Nope.
A little rough. I don't think it's a little rough. If I offended you and you're a Morley fan, I apologize to all 2 of you. Well, let's get moving before I keep bashing Morley for some reason, even though I don't have a problem with him.
Yeah, so the other new one on the radar is the Earthquaker Black
I was-
Ash Endangered Fuzz.
I was getting there. I was reading it. Yeah, so you guys listened to the demo on this, and you said it seemed awful dark.
It was
Mhm.
darker, yeah. It does the stoner rock sound really well. So, like, if you love, like, Caius or, like, early Queens of the Stone Age or...
I guess Queens of the Stone Age is stoner rock, yeah.
to me, they're, like, the defining stoner
I
rock
like-
band.
I like Queens of the Stone Age.
I love Queens of the Stone Age. I've seen them live twice now.
Oh, really? Did you? Who was? Let's see. What year was it? Like when was it out?
So they opened for it was them.
They
and then
opened.
they opened for 9 Inch Nails at Lollapalooza one year.
Wait, you went to that? You went and saw them at Lollapalooza doing that?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm jelly.
And then they played Riot Fest like last year, and I saw them then.
The open for 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah. Oh, and at the
Dang.
drive-in opened for them. That was awesome. At
I don't know
Brian
who
Fest
that
last year.
is.
At the drive-in?
Yeah.
Remember Mars Volta?
Oh. Yeah.
At the
we need to
drive-in
talk
was the band they were in before the Mars Volta. We're not going to talk about what you think you're going to talk about
Oh, come on. Let's talk about that.
next week. That will be next week's news.
No, it's new. It just happened. Come on, let me talk about it.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
No.
Dude.
Want Alderette leaked a pedal. Go on Reddit if you want to learn about it. When the actual press release comes out, we'll talk about it.
Why? Everyone already knows what it is.
Because we still have 3 more things to talk about, and we're already at 35 minutes in.
I'm just saying, that's some juicy stuff.
Then they'll have to come back next week and get it. That's how we'll do that.
Fine.
But also, I want that pedal.
Fender Meteora came out.
We didn't finish it.
Oh my goodness.
Pouting Diaz. All right, so,
especially on that topic, since you've hated this entire run of guitars.
dude, this is the ugliest one of the run too. That's why everyone's talking about it. It's
Disagree.
Oh my gosh, it is ugly. Those block inlays look absolutely horrid on that, and I love Fender block inlays. Absolutely horrid. The pick guard looks like it's trying to be the Jetsons, but it looks more like the Flintstones.
Does it?
So, for those who haven't seen the Fender Meteora, it is a new actual body shape for Fender, which is one of the first in a long time to finally come out.
And look at the cut on the top. That's ugly. That's a horror. It looks so deep in that picture. I don't like that. It is a really deep cut.
Are you talking about the armrest cut?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tapered pretty strongly.
Yeah.
It's at a weird angle too. Like not
It's-
where it normally would be.
Oh, it looks crazy comfortable.
Like,
Like, that's right where I put my arm.
No. Don't let them think this is okay.
I'm so happy to see new guitar designs finally coming out.
Yeah, if they looked good, that would be awesome. I'm all down for new guitar designs, but that's ugly.
Actually, if it didn't have the cutaways, like the concave cutaways at where the board comes in, it would look a lot like a Scene Fits It.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Oh, I'm trying to think what this reminds me of. You know what? This looks like a BC Rich. If BC Rich was going to put out like a Fender style guitar.
Oh, I think it looks like if Hallmark, I could see Hallmark making this.
Oh, I thought you were talking about it's too close to
like a
Christmas
Hallmark
time.
movie.
I'm like, no, this is more like Sci-Fi Channel, but than the Hallmark Channel, dude.
Oh, yeah. No, like the Swept Wing or what like surf. It's still got a surf guitar kind of a vibe.
This is like surf stoner.
There's a difference.
2 things I don't do, but yet at the same time, I like this guitar.
And don't surf stone. That's not good either, guys. Be careful out there. There's sharks everywhere. I saw a couple documentaries. Well, I saw a couple documentaries called Jaws, and there's Jaws 2. They're
Jaws
everywhere,
3D.
guys. That was almost real life. Okay, who else was scared as a kid that a shark was going to come in your pool?
Nope.
Was that just me?
No, accurate.
Okay, all right, good.
Irrational fears.
But you were also down in Florida at the time, right? So
No, we were actually more realistically, an alligator would come into our pool.
yeah, so most of us grew up like landlocked, so like sharks were very far out of our worries.
Yeah, I had older siblings who liked to make me feel scared. So
I'm just
As a
going to
kid-
text you. I'm going to be like, "Hi, Scott." I'm going to block my number and be like, "From Shark."
From shark.
From Shark.
yeah, I totally won't see that coming now, Diaz.
You'll forget about it at some point. Don't worry.
Yeah, give it like 2 months and then
You've known me for a while now. In about 8 months, you're just gonna get a random text message and be like, "How did he remember to do that?" Just
The odds of me remembering something versus you remembering something.
yeah, but I'm talking about like long distance. Like I don't think you're gonna.
You'll
remember.
sleep before then, man. You're not gonna remember.
sleep and drink
that's-
before then.
I don't drink.
Oh yeah, you can't do that anymore.
Well, even then, I very rarely drink. But no, I can't drink anymore.
Feels bad.
I'm cool. I'm good.
I'm gonna go have one then for you.
Pour one out for your homies who couldn't make it. So yeah, on a recap of this, ugly, very much so.
Okay, I will give you two things here. I wish they went with a different color scheme where they weren't trying to replicate the Fender Telecaster.
Yeah, that was going to be my question of if it was different colors, would you like it?
Maybe. Okay, so it looks like a Bumblebee. And it's $2,000.
It's a custom shop guitar.
No, it's still just... No, I can't do it. Sorry.
Okay. There is a video that Fender released this week kind of talking about the designer and sort of the process that this came about. And one of the prototypes they were showing had a racing stripe on it, and I freaking loved it. And they were showing ones with humbuckers and different pickup layouts. And I think those would be the two things that would really set this thing apart.
You know what?
They moved away from the Telecaster.
I think if they change the color, and I don't like the black block inlays with the black pickguard. I feel like it's too much.
I just don't like black inlays on maple necks, period.
Come on, Geddy Lee, man.
Dude, I'm down with some Geddy Lee. Billy Sheehan, he has it on his Yamaha.
Is that in relation to Ed Sheehan?
No, that's Ed Sheeran's.
I knew Marissa would get that.
I love inside jokes. I'd love to be a part of one day. All right, so does anyone have anything else that they feel needs to be said about this guitar? Besides that, it's
I hope it gets developed further into a more general priced one. So like it'd be comparably priced to like Strats and Tellys, and
more colors.
Had more colors and pickup layouts, and that racing stripe. Just make that guitar, please.
I think that would look really good in like a candy apple red with a white pearloid pickguard and the mother of pearl inlays.
Yep.
Yeah, I could dig that.
I would be totally down with that, because that'd be kind of like, that would remind me of like an old school 50s car.
As all guitars should remind you of hot rods.
I don't know. I'm not a sexist.
All Fenders.
So.
Go back to an episode where we talked about something. We talked about this on an episode before.
Did we?
Yeah, how the John Mayer Strat is Tesla colors.
Oh yeah, that's right. We talked about
not Strat.
Colors.
Sorry, the
Silver Sky.
Silver Sky.
And because Doug Cower, all of his colors are like a lot of his colors. If he does like one-offs and stuff, he uses like car colors. That's one thing he usually does, is he collects different car paints.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I'm watching the video while we're talking, and they did that blue, and then they distressed it on top of that, so it kind of wore in really cool. And it had humbuckers on it. This guitar is beautiful.
I can't see what you're seeing.
Well, I'm sorry.
Okay, so then we're gonna move on to I think this is our final one. The Gibson reissues the Paul 40th anniversary model. So this actually has had a little bit of controversy.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, not a whole lot. No one's like threatened to sue someone yet. Still young, but so the Paul features the same vibe and walnut construction as when it was first introduced 40 years ago. Did the Paul come out before the Les Paul, or is this like, what was this? Was this like the lower end model?
40 years ago would have been 1978.
Listen here. So Gibson started in 1977. And no one wants a 59 Les Paul.
Versus,
it wasn't invented yet.
Yeah. No one wants a 59.
So what was the Paul? Was that like a budget model?
Basically.
Does anyone even know? We don't know anything. We're gonna take this back. We did not talk about this.
It is not a guitar that has necessarily aged well. Because like I think everybody's local Craigslist has one of these up, and it's been sitting there for a while.
I've never seen one.
You've never seen one?
Nope.
No, I've never seen one either.
There's one on my local Craigslist all the time, and it's not holding up well. Like it was kind of the mod platform Les Paul.
Also looks like a piece of furniture because it's walnut.
It's walnut with a shellac on it, so it does kind of look like a piece of furniture. I mean,
Shellac. I don't know why that word's funny. Anywho. So sorry.
Was that Diaz's attempt at a segue?
No, not at all. That was Diaz just being stupid. So actually, no, I wanted to talk about. So I was reading some of the comments because, I mean, it's Gibson, and it's always gonna bring out great comments. So one of the comments says, possibly the least sensible reissue ever. Street price for a reissue is $13.99, wherein the originals can be found for half of that or less.
Have they checked what prices on other reissues are lately?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, from Gibson reissuing as like tends to be like a $5,000 starting point.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it said so it can be found for half of the $1,300, so or $1,400, so $700 or less. He said sold a decent 70s mahogany the Paul last year for $500. Walnut ones seem to be in the same ballpark, but ironically could climb in value a bit due to the high priced reissue. So what is this guy mad about, that he sold his guitar last year and it might become desirable again? So
Probably.
when I'm looking at this guitar, it is a budget model. So one of the guys said that his dad bought it for him when he was like 14, 15. So I guess it was kind of a student model or something like that. But I mean, it looks pretty much like a Gibson Studio or Gibson
Looks like a Junior.
or like a Special 2. Like, you know how the Epiphone Les Paul Special 2, like that cheap first guitar? It kind of looks like that. It has the pickup selector is not up above the pickups if you're looking at the guitar in the playing position. It's down between the volume and the tone for the bridge pickup.
Oh, was it?
Or the neck
wow.
pickup. So
it's not even like an SG loaded.
No. It's its own loaded. It's like its own style on where that's at. So it's cool. I don't know if it's $1,400 cool. I wonder how heavy it is. Walnut, is that pretty heavy wood?
It's a dense wood, yeah. But
Maybe
it's
a little
also,
heavier
it's
than
not as
mahogany.
thick as a Les Paul.
Is it not?
No, because you don't have the whole maple cap carve kind of thing.
I'm waiting for someone just to come on and be like, school us on the Paul.
Like someone's just going to like magically show up in our podcast right now and just start talking.
No, I'm talking about like in the group.
I mean,
Whatever, Scott. I'm done talking with you, Scott. Rest of the episode. Did you guys hear something? I didn't hear anything.
All right, so yeah, I'm in the
Just go back to posting on Instagram.
$2,500 range on Gibson's website, and I have not seen the word reissue yet. So
it's like 40th anniversary, right? They are saying that.
Yeah. It is the 40th anniversary.
Well, in that case, the Thunderbird anniversary base is like 2,000 even, so it's still affordable.
Yeah.
Well,
so $1,400, right, is the street price on this?
Yep.
Still cheaper than the Billy Joe Armstrong signature.
It's cheaper than a Les Paul Studio.
Yep.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, there's the Les Paul Studio Tribute is the under on this. Like it's like $100 or $200 premium on a Les Paul Studio Tribute. Is it
the E-tuners too?
You doing all right over there, Chris?
Yeah, I'm just looking at Gibson's website while you're talking this out.
So, like, price feature wise, it's kind of it is on the lower end of their guitars, but at the same time, it's not outrageously priced, really. Walnut is not a cheap wood.
I mean, if you kind of think of this as like a one-off limited edition, if that's how they're treating it, that's not a bad price either.
No, it has to. That's a clear piece of wood too. Like, there's no knots. There's no, like, it's a highly figured piece of wood. So there's some premium there. It is the kind of not the greatest Gibson pickups available in it. It's the 490 combo.
Oh, that's like uber stock ones, right?
Yeah.
Like below the burst buckers or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Does have coil splitting, I think, because all Gibsons have that. So it's, I mean, it's okay priced. I don't get the argument of it's overpriced.
Mm-mm.
Also, because we looked it up, and a Fender player, or not player, what's the American standard called now?
The Professional.
The Professional.
Yeah, Professional series.
Dude, you're the one who told me that in the pre-app.
Well, I'm glad I did. It's paying off.
Yeah. Investment.
The American Professional is another $50 on this, and that's a bolt-on neck economy built guitar, not a set neck carved design. So, I don't think this is that outrageous.
No, and considering the next like nicest looking Les Paul that's lower than this is the like 70s tribute, it looks like the Paul looks better than anything lower than that anyway. Like just going on looks alone.
I think part of it is particularly the photo they chose to use for this has a very nice figured piece of wood.
Yeah, that's fair because then you got to figure out like what you're actually going to see in your local guitar center when you walk in there.
Yeah, like I would either buy this from a store like day of, or do like
Sweetwater.
Yeah, how Sweetwater. Yeah, exactly. Or I think there's a few stores that are doing that now. Like Chicago Music Exchange is photo of.
I think Musician's Friend.
I think they're doing that now too, right?
Yeah, they might be for limited things like their private selection, whatever they call it on their thing.
So yeah, I would be down for this. Let's rip out those pickups and throw in some cremas from Lambertones, and you've got a guitar I'd totally play.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Not a first choice, but I'd play it.
It's not, I don't know. It's like one of those things where you like see it and you're kind of like, oh, that's cool. And like, that's it. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah,
like,
I'd rather
cool.
have a gold top.
Yeah.
Because
all right.
I love gold tops. But, stop with the hate.
Each their own.
Yeah, that, make love, not war.
Yeah.
Now,
there's another cynical thing that came up today that I realized that part of me wonders, is this like sneaky SEO kind of stuff? Because Paul Reed Smith always releases their Paul's guitar. And I kind of wonder, is this like a sneaky way to get Google search results of having the Paul sneak in those Google results?
I don't think so, because, I mean, you got Les Paul already. You got Paul in there.
Yeah.
All right, bad theory.
Yeah.
We'll find out when the time comes.
Welcome
we'll
to
do the
my
Google
world,
search.
Scott, of bad theories and just getting shot down. It's not fun, is it? But that moves us on to our onto our topic.
It's amazing how I'm just doing totally fine, and we'll just move on with my life.
You should probably sit and think about it and mull it over for about 6 weeks. Until every time you look in the mirror, you think, what am I doing?
Oh, ideas.
Why? All right.
I just got really sad.
Yeah, that's got dark.
There we go.
Yikes.
I really don't do that, guys. So don't worry. It's just a joke that just went down. It's kind of like a Donnie Darko thing. It was just like, okay, and now we're just gonna be really sad, and that song comes on.
In the Arms of an Angel.
No, that's a no. That just makes me think of sad puppies.
No, Donnie Darko was Mad World, right?
Mad World, yeah. Which originally was done by Soft Cell?
Wasn't it the guy from Tears for Fears?
I mean, no, Tears for, let's see. It was Jewel something. Tears for Fears originally wrote it, but they actually did it kind of fast. But Gary Jules.
Isn't that the guy from
Is it?
Tears
I
for
don't
Fears?
think so. No, it was a cover version of that song. He's not from Tears for Fears. The Tears for Fears guy is, there's Roland Orzabal and Kurt Smith.
That's some good Googling there.
I just listen. It said more people. I just kept swiping until I saw the guys that looked like the guys.
Oh my goodness.
Jeff Buckley's also on here, and then Paolo Baldini. I don't know who that is, but yeah, no, Gary Jules did it. Yeah, that's the song that comes on. All right, let's get to the dang topic. Guitars
Real quick.
that should be reissued or not reissued. I think they should reissue the John Mayer Strat. That's one that I'm all for.
The Gibson Marauder or Murado, whichever one it was.
They had the Marauder.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Epiphone Cornet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Wilshires did okay.
Yeah, the Wilshire is basically the same thing, right?
It's close.
I don't know. Ask Nick Poppin.
Oh my gosh. No, don't. I wonder if he blocked me or if I blocked him, because I haven't seen him post in forever.
No, he just hasn't posted in a while.
Oh wow. He went radio silent.
He
Maybe
does.
he's just listening to random guitar podcasts. Hi Nick.
Let us know how you like the show.
Yeah. Send us any comments or concerns.
All right, Scott, what is your
So
reissue?
I secretly love Harmony, like the semi-hollow and hollow body Harmony guitars.
I can
But
see that, yeah.
they play
There's
like
one-
crap.
There's one local for sale, like an old school one that's like half put together for like $65.
Yeah, like the ones you find aren't in good condition. The ones that are, people want way too much money for what they are. So, and is Harmony one of the BandLab acquisitions where they're trying to reboot the brand?
I think that's who it was.
Well, yeah, because we saw something at Summer NAMM, didn't we? Or didn't
Yeah, we
Clifton?
visited the booth.
Yeah.
Well, me and Scott did, I think.
Yeah, and they're because they're rebooting a few different brands and out of the Heritage Factory, if I remember right.
I think that's when I was watching Black Guys play bass. I wasn't there for that.
Probably it was real late in the day on Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't remember Saturday, so.
So yeah, but they're just using the name and they're not really reissuing anything right now. And so I'd love to see like Tysco or Tiesco or however you pronounce it, seeing some of those being rebuilt to modern standards where like they're actually well put together guitars. And now that gold foils are popular again, and there's good gold foil options on the market now, starting to see some of these kind of sort of that era be reissued and come back and kind of. I think that would be a nice counter to the market because it's not like, oh, here's another iteration of the Strat or the Telecaster or the Les Paul. So those were the ones I was thinking of. The other one I was going to suggest was the Starcaster, but then I found out they are actually still making it.
Oh, you're talking about
yeah, the,
not
semi-hollow.
the cheap,
Yeah,
not the cheap Strat style.
yeah,
Yeah,
like because
the 335-ish thing.
yeah, when I saw Radiohead last time, Johnny Greenwood was playing a Starcaster, so now I want one.
You know what? The Starcaster, that's one of the only guitars I like in the Antigua.
Oh, I think that more of like a natural color.
I like it. I like it in the Antigua. That's one, and I don't like that paint style that much.
The only problem with Antigua on a lot of Fenders is since they wind up having to paint the pickguard, that gets chipped off really easily. So like if you see like a used Antigua from like say the Squier Baritone Jazzmaster that's out there or some of those kind of ones, like they don't age well at all.
That's interesting.
Yeah, those are some ones I'd like to see. Naturally, you know.
Ooh, I know a good one that should come out. The Yngwie Malmsteen Fender.
Who?
They're not. Aren't they still making that?
No, because they're getting I'm friends with a guy on Facebook who Casper Rouser. He plays them and they're getting harder and harder to find. They stopped making them.
I feel like David Hill would know a lot about this.
No, not David Hill. He doesn't know anything about Yngwie Malmsteen.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's not a fan at all.
No,
Oh my God.
listen. I was gonna make a smart comment, but then I remember that I don't want to even start that. What? I guess they are. Well, wait, hold on.
I don't even know how to
Sweetwater.
spell this to even Google it.
Yeah, I'm not even
Why-
about to attempt it. So
Oh my gosh, they actually do have them for sale. I guess they've got a Fender Artist Series, $1,700 in stock.
I'm actually surprised that price hasn't gone up that much.
I thought they stopped making them. That's crazy cool.
I think people stopped stocking them in stores.
That might have been
Probably.
it.
Because what
I
was
love-
the special thing about that? It was the pickups and it was scalloped, right?
oh,
Yeah,
it's the
it's the-
scalloped fret guy. That one.
Yes, scallop frets.
Now I know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
If you just say the scalloped Fender guitar, I think everybody
David
knows
Hill-
what you're talking about.
David
Chris,
Hill
if
just
I
had a
said-
stroke.
Yinjui Malmsteen, would you know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
Look, listen to this review. I'm sorry. This is the review on this guitar for under sound. The guy put this guitar is very expensive. That was the first thing he put. Oh my gosh. He's one of those people that like you're like, oh hey, that's a cool guitar. He's like, yeah, it's really expensive.
We should go suggest the Paul to him since it's a cheaper, more affordable option.
He's like, that guitar is not that expensive.
So another one that perked up to me, and I'm on Gibson's website and looking, so I should know the answer to this, but do they make an SG with a vibrola anymore?
No, those always come out as like special editions because like mine has the vibrola on it and it was a limited edition.
So that should be
those are
something
not
that's
common.
standard.
I think that they should come out. Do they still make the Angus Young one? I'm guessing they have to make it.
Maybe if you go to like the custom shop.
You might have to.
Because
It's,
man, I wanted one of those so bad.
Because oh gosh, what's his name? Jeff
Oh!
Tweedy's had one on it too, his signature.
Oh my gosh, hold on. They've got a Gibson exclusive SG with vibrola. Oh my gosh.
What, did you just find one? Locally?
Oh, I want it. No, it's on Z-Sounds.
Oh.
It's brand new, 1999. It looks just like my SG. I need another one. Let's see. If only they had it in Pelham Blue.
Yeah,
But-
then you could twin it with your Firebird.
Yeah, the Gibson the Angus Young SG came with the vibrola. Oh my gosh. Oh, heavens above.
Okay, we're getting distracted.
Dude, they've got a triple pickup SG with vibrola.
All right, so
So Diaz is about to like
yeah, sell
get another
everything
loan,
and
and
yeah, so
I'm about to get a divorce. My wife's gonna leave me.
oh my goodness.
This guitar.
actually, you know what? So speaking of an SG with a vibrola, I think something I would love to see more of, just like have one stock in each kind of like category, is a Telecaster with a Bigsby from the factory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is that they haven't done that in a while, if at all. I feel like I've seen one stock with one.
Well,
Like-
Fender used to put out the Fender licensed Bigsby.
Yeah, I mean like that's a custom, like you have to go custom shop to get that from the factory, and
Did you?
I did not.
No, I mean, I'm like, not you.
They, the people.
The people.
Jess said no. Fender 2018.
That's what we
That's
were
what
waiting
that
on this whole
silence
time.
She just sent me a text and just said, I sent her a picture of the guitar, she just put no. Fender 2018 limited edition 72 Telecaster with Bigsby. So that's a 72. That's not a straight Telecaster.
Is it the deluxe or the custom? Does it have a telly pickup or two humbuckers?
As a telly and a humbucker.
Okay, so the custom.
Yeah.
But it's a wide
The
it's a
pickup-
wide range, right? Not a
I don't know. This
Yeah,
looks
it's the
ugly.
wide range in the neck.
Oh my gosh. You're gonna have to link this because this looks. Jess said, even with prostitution, I'm still not allowed to. Even if I prostituted myself out, I'm not allowed to buy that guitar.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who are we putting out there?
This is the pickguard on this is ugly. It looks horrible.
Oh my goodness.
You got to link this. Everyone, go to the show description. If you don't click any link, look at this link. It looks absolutely horrid.
I just don't think the pickguard ever looks good on those. Or not the pickguard, the bridge assembly. It's the ashtray, but without the ridges.
Well, I mean, you gotta replace the bridge on Telecasters usually to do Bigsby's.
Yeah.
And that's just one of the easier ways to do it. Like, for me, if I'm wanting to put a Bigsby on my deluxe at any point, I've got to either A, route and do the Tune-O-Matic style, or like pay, I feel like it's 150 or something like dollar bridge. It's almost as much as the Bigsby itself to like be able to put a Bigsby on my deluxe.
Yeah, and that's not even getting
crazy.
to like, oh yeah, buy the Mastery Bridge one.
Yeah.
If they even have one for a deluxe.
Ooh, good point. Well, you could do the cutoff one, like what
Oh, I mean, that's kind of what it is. It's like that, like the Strat hardtail style bridge. That's basically what's on there.
you should who does Doug use on the Titans? Because they had a Titan with a Bigsby option, and they had a pretty reasonable bridge price for that. I'm trying to remember who they used. Anyway.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Is that all we got on that topic?
I think so. If you have any the reissues that you think should come out, go tell us in the group. Start a conversation. Go on our Instagram. We post a picture every week of the new episode. Start a conversation on there. We just hit a new milestone on followers. We hit 350, which we talked with Clifton about at Summer NAMM off radio, and we said, man, that's one of the like once you start getting past that number, it starts going up pretty well. So I'm pretty excited about that. So one sec. Oh my gosh, I totally got lost. Help me, Tom Cruise.
Leave a review on iTunes.
Yeah, that's where we're at. Leave a review. Leave us a review on iTunes. Go to the Instagram at the FX Loop. Follow us. Join the Facebook group. It's a lot of fun. We get fun discussions going, and let's see. Go check out the YouTube. We had some new subscribers this month. That was pretty cool. They had our I think they had our year in review or month in review email came out.
Oh, interesting.
So that was pretty cool. I read that because I was at work wasting time. And and if you have any ideas for topics, you can go to any of those social platforms that I talked about, or you can send us an email at theeffectsloop@gmail.com. All three of us, or all four of us, sorry, are LinkedIn on that, and one of us will respond. You might get 3 responses because we all responded really fast.
Just pick which one's your favorite, and
yeah, no, it's just like having 4 parents. You gotta know who's the favorite,
or who's going to get you off the hook better.
I'm pretty sure Diaz can get away with more. People's expectations have been lowered for years, so it's going. It's great, but yeah, and then check out next week where we talk about the Mars Volta drama. We'll probably not because we'll forget. But for the Effects Loop, I'm Diaz.
I'm Chris.
I'm Marissa.
I'm Scott.
And we'll talk to you guys next week. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
We are strong. We have to just keep pushing along. We are
dictionary. Why is negativity always drawn out? Pictionary, visualize love. Energize lives together. We undefeated. A plan to make well, there's no gloves needed when we weed into the mindset of achieving and believing in a community that remains happy. Feather after, the world should be one. Hate annihilated, every heart is one. Love again. So don't buy the hate, don't separate. We're strong when love overcomes. Don't buy the hate, don't separate. We're strong when love overcomes. Don't buy the hate, don't separate. We're strong when love overcomes. Don't buy the hate, don't separate. We're strong when love overcomes. Don't buy the hate, don't separate. We're strong when love overcomes. Make the love flow, make the hate, make the love flow, 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 make the love flow,
Doing it now.
Samesies.
I pressed it gently because I respect it.
Okay. Well, good for you.
Can I push?
All right.
Can I push you, please? Okay, thank you.